As I step from the room, I catch a waft of Keane's perfume. She comes into my peripheral vision a few seconds later, waving a chart at me. "Fleischer? A word?" "Of course, Colonel." "She smells so good." "Stop it, Sabine." She walks away, leaving me to follow. I keep a respectful distance between us as we move to stand beside the nurses' area. There are no nurses there. We're alone, and I'm very aware of it. Keane smiles as she flips the chart open and steps closer to me. "I wanted your opinion on something, Sabine. I've noticed whenever she says my name, she puts a slight French inflection on it. She makes it sound so sensual that I'm not bothered she's chosen the wrong accent." I tuck Holman's folder under my arm and glance at the name on Keane's chart. Her patient from this morning. I raise my eyebrows. She could have asked Peterson, who was operating with her, or she could have figured it out herself. "Yes, ma'am." I lean over to get a better look, careful not to touch her. Keane glances sideways at me. "He's in recovery, but still unconscious and showing vastly decreased brain activity." I frown. Her patient was a leg amputation, no visible head trauma. "He didn't present as neurologically impaired?" I ask, running my finger over the text as I read. She has beautiful, elegant handwriting. I lift my gaze to her face. Keane is watching my hand. "No, completely responsive on arrival." She raises her eyes to mine. They are the same blue as the ocean. The color of the water just as you get past the breakers. I take a shallow breath. "Head CT? The patient is now almost 6 hours out of surgery and should be awake." Weird. Keane gives me an encouraging smile. "I'm waiting for it, but I thought you might have an idea." She's so close to me that I feel her body heat as I chew the inside of my lip, thinking, why is she asking me? "All I can think of is PCS, ma'am. Post-concussive syndrome. Brains do not like shock waves from IEDs. We had that case last month, but he wasn't symptomatic until a day or so post-op." I check the chart one more time. "I'm sorry, that's all I can think of." Keane is watching my hands again, and I realize I've been gesturing as I talk. Mitch often tells me talking with me is like having a conversation with an orchestral conductor. I drop my hands to my sides. "Thank you, Captain. That was my thought, too. I'm pleased to know we're on the same page," Keane says softly. She's flushed. This is new. My eyes widen at her tone. "Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry I don't have more for you." I move slightly to the side. Something is making the pit of my stomach tighten, as though this is edging into borderline flirting. I'm interested in flirting, but I'm not interested in being disciplined. Or worse. Colonel Keane straightens up abruptly, leaning away from me. "As you were." She snaps the chart closed, then strides away without waiting for me to respond.